Hey guys, and I want to do my first little book review slash preview thing. So we're going to be talking about a book today by Brent Weeks called The Way of Shadows. It's one of the first books I listened to when I started listening to audiobooks. And it is absolutely an amazing book. There are two books after it, which is Shadow's Edge and Beyond the Shadows. But we're just going to be talking about The Way of Shadows today, because obviously if you guys want me to talk about those other books, we'll talk about them in a later video. So The Way of the Shadow is, if you haven't read it, it's definitely worth a read. Brent Weeks is a fantastic author. So the book starts out a bit. I don't want to give away all the storylines and everything, obviously, because you guys haven't read it. And then hopefully I'm going to say a book that I'm going to tell you guys to read at the end, and we can all go through it like properly in the next video. But The Way of the Shadows. So the basic storyline is it's about a young boy who lives on the streets, unfortunately, and is trying to get out of that life. And the only way he can find to get out of that life is to try to apprentice to a wet boy. And a wet boy in the universe of the Shadow's Edge is basically an assassin, but it's better than an assassin. It's the next stage up to an assassin. It's somebody you call if you want somebody dead, but they can charge any price they want, basically. Yeah, so the main character is, it's interesting, if I'm perfectly honest, that he goes through a lot of changes in the books. You can see that he's a lot different than his mentor, and he has a lot more reservations. He doesn't, I don't think he likes to kill people, but he is good at it, which is interesting. So you have a few other characters in there who are the characters in that are very in depth, and they come, when you read on and you notice like little hints of characters, you notice that the characters have grown, or they've come back, or yeah, it's quite intense, and very emotional on some parts. Sorry. And the main character has to lead a double life in the book, but this is like quite near the start, so it's I'm not going away like really big spoilers, and I don't tend to in this video, so it's quite hard to make this video, and it's going to be quite a short video because of that. Next time we'll be able to go deep into the video. So yeah, it's very much the universe, it revolves around wet boys to do the assassinating of the world, but the world itself is it's not at war, but the relations are strained between countries, which affects another one of the characters in the overall book, which comes into it. And it's interesting the way the authors these days, like these type of authors, like if you read like J.R. Tolkien's, Lord of the Rings, it's very much the main characters, the fate of the world rests on the main characters, and like they are hyped up from the beginning to be the best, and they're this and they're that. Please, I don't know what's wrong with me. But in this book, it seems like the author, he shows the vulnerable side of the characters, but also shows the flaws of the characters. Like if you watch Lord of the Rings, Aragorn is like a paragon of goodness. I mean, the Fellowship of the Ring at the end, there's like there's a test for him, but he passed the test pretty much in flying colours. But in all honesty, would Frodo have done better going with Aragorn than going on his own? Nobody can really tell. I mean, but in this type of book, they make choices which are questionable, which is what I really like about a book, because it's more endearing to real life. We all make bad choices, and when you have a book where they're just paragons of good and they all make the right choice, or they don't have dilemmas, then it becomes really stale and really okay, whatever. But I found with the shadow, the Way of the Shadow, sorry, I keep yawning for some reason. It's quite late. I found with the Shadow's Edge that there is a lot of choices and shows you like depth of characters and character growth because of these choices. So I can't really give examples, I don't want to give spoilers out, but it shows that there is growth in the characters, and you see that growth throughout all 3 books. And in the last book you see a massive growth in each individual character, which is pretty crazy, but it's really cool as well. But yeah, that's going to be The Way of Shadows. That was a terrible little review, but if the world of assassins and sorcery and things like that interest you, this is definitely a book for you to read or listen to if you listen to audiobooks. Sorry, it's a bit of a terrible review. It's like I can't really go into the book because obviously I don't want to spoil it if people haven't seen it. So next week, hopefully, we're going to be talking about another of Brent Weeks actually books. I believe it's called The Broken Eye. And it's the first book of the Lightbringer series. I think it's the series just after this one, and it is a fantastic series. We're going to do the first book next week, so if you guys get on that, and we will do a big review on that next week, and we'll go into all the gory little details. I'm actually going to re-listen to it this week, so then it's fresh in my head for next week, so then I can really go into it with you guys and like talk about the emotions of the characters and the world, because Brent Weeks does when he does a world, the worlds are fantastic. They're absolutely gorgeous, and you can picture it in your head. And he does a lot of his books get put up in graphic audio as well, and if you don't support graphic audio, please do. Like, they are insane. Like, their cast is absolutely talented, and like all the music and the background music, it brings a book from somebody talking to you and you listen to it like, yeah, this is pretty cool, to, oh my god, I'm inside a freaking book. Like, your imagination runs wild with it. It's so fantastic. As well, it's very much with graphic audio. If you can get The Way of Shadows on graphic audio, if you have the money, highly recommend it. It's fantastic. Let's just say that much. There's different casts for voices in the book. Oh, it's fantastic. It's actually I would rate it 10 out of 10. Anything graphic audio do is pretty much 10 out of 10. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Try to check out The Way of Shadows if you're free to. But the Lightbringer series we'll be doing next week. Ooh. But yeah, so the Lightbringer series it shouldn't be a really long book. I actually have the audiobook on my phone right now. So is that there? Yeah, that's it. So I'm not sure how long it is, but hopefully most of us can get through it in a week. Right, I don't think it actually is called The Broken Eye. Sorry, I'm just going to look this up, because I don't really want to have you guys reading the wrong book. Lightbringer series, Brent Weeks. The Black Prism, sorry, it's not The Broken Eye. I think The Broken Eye is the third book, sorry. How did I get that mixed up? But it's called The Black Prism, yeah. The Black Prism. Okay, so that's meant to be all 3. So it's probably... Definitely having troubles with this. It's about 20... No, that's... I don't know. Either way, it's probably a couple. You know, it's quite a long audiobook. But we'll talk about the Black Prism next week. Hopefully, you guys would enjoy it. I really did enjoy it, and I'm really very much anticipating the 5th book, which is coming out soon. Hopefully, I think it's coming out this year, but hopefully it is anyway. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and we can all read the Lightbringer, and then next week we can all come. Well, I'll review it. Maybe I can do it as a live stream. I don't know yet. Especially when if this gets more popular, and you guys want it as a live stream, it will be done as a live stream. We can interact together, which should be absolutely insane. That's the end goal of this. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, peace.